All right, guys, welcome in the house. Thank you so much. This is another day that God has set aside for us. We are happy and appreciate. So, guys, in the morning, I was a bit of just doing my stuff here and there, but I've done one video and posted on my platform, so please check on it because anyway, when it comes to YouTube, actually, the payment is better for videos than live stream. Live stream only push hours, but they don't pay very well. So guys, to support me continue watching even my videos, please check on them. And I'll be reducing slowly the live stream so that maybe I just do one live stream a day and the rest be videos. Though video now needs a lot of editing, but I'll have to go for it because actually the essence of YouTube, apart from just doing what I have to do, is to earn some living from it as a hustle, side hustle. So I've just realized that videos on YouTube pay better than live stream, and therefore I may be reducing the live streams that I do and increase on videos. So please, I urge you to continue supporting me by watching my videos and commenting, sharing, and also watching my advertisement because they are part of what increases my pay. Yeah, so you realize that because most people watch, of course, when they are in Kenya, the pay is a bit low. Of course, I have some audience in America and other places, but they are not so much, okay? So thank you so much for showing up. And today, there is a lot. I don't know what to cover, but I'll cover what I can here. Of course, for now, I've focused on Colono Musoka. Remember, he went to Maragarini. Manu. Hello, welcome in the house. Thank you so much for showing up. And I appreciate. Yeah. So guys, it's another day. It's almost 4 p.m. Manu, thank you so much for showing up. I am from Kenya, and being new, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and also I encourage you to watch my videos apart from the live streams because I do vlogs, I do reactions, social reactions and political reactions, and I'm going to add more on videos than the live streams. Yeah, Kenya. You're saying Kenya. Not Kenya, Kenya. Kenya, all right, Manub from India, welcome in the house. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your presence and love here on our channel. Thank you so much. And one thing I realized with the people from India, they really support us a lot. Unlike when you look at people from Gulf, I've never been watched by people from Gulf. By the way, do the Arabic people watch us? Because I get to I don't see people from that end, that is Arab, watching us. But at least India, there's a lot of support from India, Indonesia, Argentina, Mexico, Thailand. I've seen a lot of them watching us. So thank you so much. Today I'm not showing the home, but I'll be showing it. And I've done some videos already on that on my platform. So I appreciate Manup. If you want to see my village or home, please check up on my platform. There are videos in which I did that. Manup says, Joella, is it Joella Acula says, many don't have internet there. You mean in Arabic places they have? My sister was in Saudi Arabia and she said internet is right there. I don't know. You mean that Arabic countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Thailand, not Thailand actually, but Kuwait, and which other? They don't have internet? No, I don't think so because my sister was in Saudi Arabia. I have friends who work in Dubai, and I've got to hear about places in the Gulf. I think there is internet, but I think they just don't like watching us unless you are doing Muslim stuff. Maybe. Anyway, that was just a by the way, but my main focus was on Colono Musoka. And as I said, Colono Musoka has been in Maragarini since yesterday. advertising here and there. So Manup says, anybody like living in India? All right, of course, India is not that bad. I like their culture. What I'm not so sure about is their kind of food, but I think we can adopt as long as they are not eating as much as what the Chinese eat. You know, Chinese eat anything, but I think I can easily adapt that to that, the Indian meals. Yeah. So thank you so much for showing up, Manu and Akula. Akula says only in the capital city, but many still don't have it or use it because of religious reasons. Oh, now I understand. Actually, now the Gulf has very strict religious aspects, and I think they also try to kind of create a real a censored or rather a limited reach on online, because maybe they believe people will be getting into other Western cultures that are not expected. Maybe. Thank you so much, Akula, for sharing this. At least now I understand. Manup says, many cultures and nature. I'm from Kerala. Do you know? I've only heard of Mumbai. Which other place in India? India, let me think. Hey, you know, I've been training Indian songs to students, and I'm trying to just think of other places in India. Yeah, I've only heard much of when anybody actually talks to me about India, the first place that comes to my mind, it's Mumbai. All right, it's a very common place, I think, to everybody else. Yeah, Punjab. Pakistan is also part of India, and Punjab. So you are saying Kerala is different from, but you said you are from India then. All right. Yeah, because I've heard of Bihar. I think I've heard of Bihar from a friend. Odisha, because I taught some music that comes from Odisha. And which other? Gujarati. Gujarati also is a place, I think. Gujarati, it has also some sort of music that comes from there. We teach even that music in Kenya. Then which other? Telangana, I think, and Uttar. Those are the places I've heard of. Mumbai, Gujarati, Odisha, Bihar, and Uttar. Those are the places I've actually heard of in India. Guelo says India has a Kama Sutra temple. Oh, yeah, of course I know they practice Indian culture. That is a religion. And I see them in Kenya, mostly in Nairobi. They really practice a lot. Manup says Gurat, our PM home. India has Kumasutra temple. Telangana, our neighbor district. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Now we can focus on Kenyan politics, guys. Thank you so much for showing up and showing interest in our channel. But I really request you, guys, please check on my videos also. You know, when it comes to YouTube, the videos are the ones that pay more than live stream. But live stream just brings your audience and people to subscribe. So please keep subscribing to the channel as well. I really appreciate that. Whenever you actually come to my channel, I appreciate. So thank you so much. So let's go ahead and analyze what has been said out there. Now I'll be going ahead to share what was happening in Maragarini, and let me present to you this. All right, let's go for it. Now in Maragarini, actually a lot of people spoke. Of course, one of them being Malala, and then we had many others. Okay, now let's get to analyze this. What do you think? What do you think about this? Because here I come as an analyst, and then I bring you what is out there, and it's your ideology to bring your thought. Magarini is actually a kind of constituency, just like we have Kaspul, we have Malava, we have Mbere, and many others. Okay? Yeah, so let's check here. EJ James says, Manu for life. Manup says, what are you doing? Job or... This is a side hustle. My job is different. This is side hustle, but I do content creation just as a side hustle. My main job is something very different. Yeah, so let me check here for you what was happening today in Maragarini. And of course, the Maragarini people are there to listen to different politicians. They come with their ideologies, and when people listen, they decide, because it's upon people to decide. It's not upon politicians. Of course, politicians come, speak, and go. But then here is what was shared, and that is why I've shared to you that exactly up there. So let me show you what happened in Maragarini. Maragarini is in Lamu, actually.
Aende nyumbani akapumzike kule. Tumempa muda wa kutosha, ama sivyo? Miaka hiyo yote haikutosha. Kura zikaibwa 2022. Ndugu yetu ambaye ni mwanangu akaibiwa kura. Kesi ikaanza kutoka koti ya chini mpaka ikafika koti ya upeo. Na koti kila mahali ikaamua kwamba ile kura aliibiwa Stanley na kura zifanye nini? Zirudiwe. Ajabu, wanasema Stanley apewe kazi. Apewe kazi. Lakini
Manu is asking, are you an activist? I'm none of that. I'm not an activist. I'm simply a content creator, political analyst and social analyst. And at the same time, I'm in civil service, working on something different. So I'm not here to actually give, protection to anybody. But I'm here to share what is happening and also allow you to give your thoughts. But some people are very funny. People, instead of coming and giving their thoughts, all they do is some of them come here and they begin to actually kind of quarrel or abuse. And I just laugh at them, because when your emotions are so immature, some people come here with very immature emotions and all they do is to abuse, and I laugh. I just laugh, because when you begin to abuse and it's my platform, you're just adding value to me. You know what someone is doing is simply adding comments, and I appreciate. And when they'll mature, they'll understand that whatever they are doing does not add value to them. It is only showing how immature they are to begin throwing abuses around. But anyway, I'll have to do what I do best.
Kuja kutafuta kura za kufanya nini? Kukomboa watu wa Maragarini. Ninamshukuru sana Stanley. Mheshimiwa Stanley ile kazi alikataa. Mnavijua hivyo? Kwa nini hiyo kazi isipewe huyo Harikombe alianguka? 2022 alianguka. Kijana akawa amepita. Wakampokonya haki yake, wakampatia Harrison Garama Kombe. Lakini sahi ati asimame kando Mheshimiwa Stanley, Harrison Garama Kombe asimamie kiti cha Maragarini. Kwani kuna nini hapa alichokiacha? Kuna kitu ambacho alikiacha hapa. Wanadanganya watu ati miaka imebaki kidogo, miezi ati imebaki 8. Sasa yeye anafuata nini huko kama wakati umeisha? Si abaki nyumbani? Kwa hivyo sisi kama kina mama nimesimama hapa kuambia kwamba kura zetu zote tumpatie Stanley Karisa Kenga. Wakileta hayo mapeni yao, yale ni mapeni ya wizi. Tuliibiwa sisi, mnajua hivyo. Walituibia, wanakuja kuzileta huku. County hakuna maji. Kuna huduma nyingi huko ambazo zinakoseka, za hospitali, za maji na hali kadhalika. Lakini wamechukua hizo pesa, wamepora, wanazunguka nazo wakitudanganya. Hatudanganyiki. Kina mama hoye!
Gwelo Akula says, is Maragarini a city or a town or a village? In Kenya, we have something we call constituency. Constituency can actually cover let's say very small towns, like how many? It can cover like maybe one main town or small towns and markets. Actually, I don't know how I can define a constituency, how big it is. Edoameko, hey, the name is difficult, guys. Edoamaka Edo. And Kids TV, hi sister, hello. It's morning in your place? Okay, good morning to you. For us here, it's evening. Manu says, William Ruto, your president. And then, oh, Edo Amaka. Now I get it. Oh, Edo Amaka. And Kids TV. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. I guess from Nigeria, right? Or West Africa? Edo Amaka. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate again. Now, you can see the argument at Maragarini. We actually see, thank you, I appreciate. Thank you for your support. And I'll also encourage you people to subscribe to my channel and also follow my videos, because the videos are the ones which pay much, you know. When it comes to payment, we rely more on videos for payment. A Nigerian living in Europe, thank you so much. Oh, that's why you are saying morning, because I was getting surprised how Africa can be night, but I now understand. Of course, in Europe it's morning. As for us, it is heading towards evening. Yeah, so thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate. Yeah, so as we continue with this analysis, I don't know what is happening to the phone. Yeah, so as we continue with this analysis, remember, Maragarini has had its problems. There is once I lived almost near Maragarini, and I understand the politics of that place. Actually, they were purely supportive of ODM, so I don't know currently because I'm not there, but I don't know. Oh, okay. So let's check on this again.
Vijana hore! Kura kwa nani tarehe 27? Kura kwa nani tarehe 27? Tunasema standi
fikie kwa kasi na tunahitaji uongozi bora. Ndio tunasema tukitaka kujikomboa hapa kwetu Magarini, ni lazima tarehe 27 mwezi wa 11 tutoke kwa wingi, ili tuhakikishe kwamba tumechagua kiongozi bora, na si mwingine ni Stanley Karisa Kenga. Nataka niseme hivi, kwa ule muda amekuwa kwa uongozi, leo ana ujasiri wa kutuambia kwamba muda ni mfupi, muda ambao umebaki kukamilisha muhula huu. Lakini kile amekosa kutuambia ni kwamba kwa ile miaka mingi ambayo amekuwa kwa uongozi, sisi wa Magarini hatujaweza kupata maendeleo. Iwapo ni masuala ya ajira, vijana wetu wamekosa ajira. Kweli si kweli? Iwapo ni masuala ya kuboresha.
All right. Thank you so much, Edo Amaka. Thank you so much, Edo Amaka. I appreciate your subscription and your like. Only that I'm focusing on showing the news, so that maybe there are people particularly who have come to follow up on that. But I appreciate, I don't know. How is Europe, for example? What is good there? Tell us how easy it is to relocate from Africa to Europe. Let us know. We are being told by our president there's a lot of jobs out there. Is it true? Let us know. Edo Amaka. Allow us to understand that. Then how does YouTube pay when you are in Europe compared to Kenya? Because I can see that looks like a YouTube channel. I'll be checking on it. And thank you so much for showing up. I'll be reading your messages. Edo Amaka says, no place like home. You mean you regret being in the Europe? I thought everything is very good, rosy, good salaries, good pay, you know, wonderful work, you know, like, and they normally say when you're in Europe, maybe your children like get a better kind of thing. Edo Amaka says, our African leaders should do better. I think they have failed us, because whatever they promise is not what they give. The campaigning and the actions on the ground are very different. And unfortunately, we have people who are obsessed with them. Actually, you can look at my YouTube channel and you can see that particularly the person who came to throw hulls, Julius Kosgei, you can understand where he comes from. So he's actually just supportive of the mediocrity happening in the country because he comes from that community. And I hope that people will just mature beyond their community. My leader does wrong. Even if they come from my community, I shouldn't praise them, you know. But it's unfortunate. People don't want to see that. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, Eda says, we are okay living in another man's land, but no place like home. It's true, no place like home. But I hope I believe those who go abroad actually make better, let's say, investments. Because in Kenya, for example, currently struggling to just save money, it's a lot of struggle. Now you come to YouTube because you are from Kenya. Again, your channel doesn't earn equally like that person who is working on YouTube from abroad or elsewhere. But anyway, it is what it is. That is why currently now, I just wish that we demand for better leadership. Okay? Yeah, better leadership. Samuel Katama, welcome, welcome. Katama must be my friend from Coast. I've lived in Coast for a long time and I think that name is there. Yeah, so let's go on. And I want to keep showing this as I keep asking questions. Yeah, so here we are.
Ambayo yanahusiana na kutatuzi wa mambo ya ardhi, hilo halijafanyika. Endapo ni masuala ambayo yanastahili kuweza kusambaza stima ndani ya eneo letu la Magarini, hilo halijafanyika. Yeye mwenyewe akiwa mbunge, hakuna siku hata moja wana Magarini mshaona akiwa na dereva. Kweli si kweli? Hakuna siku hata moja tushaona akiwa na bodyguard. Kweli si kweli? Atakuwa na ujasiri gani kutueleza kwamba atatatua tatizo la ukosefu wa ajira kwa vijana wetu kama hawezi kuajiri mmoja wetu kuwa dereva, kama hawezi kuajiri mmoja wetu kuwa bodyguard na kuwa PA wake? Ni muongo si muongo? Ni muongo si muongo? Hivyo ni lazima, ili tuhakikishe kwamba tunatatua na kuweza kupeana mwelekeo, ni vizuri jamii ya Magarini kwa ushirikiano tujitokeze kwa wingi na tuhakikishe kwamba hao mabwana tunawapeleka nyumbani. Ni waele one word tu.
Jamani, hamjambo? Mmependeza sana. Mimi naitwa Gasheri, semeni Gasheri. Mimi ni mwakilishi wa kike wa kaunti inaitwa Kirinyaga. Yaani kina mama walitizama wakaangalia watu wote wakasema wanataka GENZ wa represent pale bunge. Na mimi nawaomba kwa heshima mchague huyu Stanley Kenga. Mnasikia vile anazungumza? Pale kwenye bunge yule mzee mlituma, hakuna kitu ambacho alikuwa anasema. Hapa kwenye constituency ya Magarini, mnajua pesa zinafika ngapi kila mwaka? Mwaka uliopita mmepewa milioni 202, yani 202 million awafanyie. Pesa ilifika haijafika? Ilifika haikufika? Sasa hiyo pesa ndio wameiba, wanazunguka hapa wakiwapea 100, 200. Waambieni ya kwamba hizo pesa mtakula, manake ni zenu. Lakini tarehe 27 mtaamka asubuhi na mapema, mchague nani? Mtamchagua nani? Aya, asanteni sana, Mungu wabariki.
Siwaliiba kule juu, sikule Nairobi wanaiba, si ndio? Hata hapa wanapanga kuja kuiba. Simeona mawaziri na wengineo wamekuja hapa wanataka kuiba, sivyo? Tutahakikisha ya kwamba nyinyi ndio mtachunga. Nyinyi msipochunga kura za Kenga zitaibiwa. Mtachunga kura? Tuna mama mwakisha pia mmetokea.
Now in Kenyan politics, people are so scared. You are scared about everything, including your cows. Now, the most guarded thing in political times is the voters, cards. Is it cards even? What do I call it? So currently, actually, people are fighting to protect what we call kura. Like people are scared. When you go to Malava, that is the equation. When you go to Kisa, when you go to Kaspul, when you go to the other side of Mbere, Everybody is crying about wizi wa kura. I'm like, who is going to steal? And why do you think they are going to steal? Hey, my goodness. So is this fear? Is this phobia? Or is it real? Does it mean that in Kenya we are experts in stealing everything, including votes? That now people are so scared about votes and they are saying votes will be stolen, guard them. Every party is talking about that. So who is the thief? Tell me, who is the thief? Drop a comment and let me know. So Edo, while in Europe, have you ever participated in elections right there, or don't you have a right to do so? How is it there? Like when they are voting, how is it? And I also asked you, maybe because I can see your channel, this looks like your channel. How does it pay? Like when you are in Europe doing content from right there, how is it? Okay, Samuel Katama, you have not responded even. You just came and you are quiet. Anyway, let's proceed to listen to these guys because these people went to Boman Center, Magarini Ward in Maragarini. So let's check more on this and see what they have to say.
Stanley Karisa Maida. Nikisema Stanley mnasema bunge. Stanley! Bunge! Stanley! Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Mimi kabla sijaongea niko na kijana wetu hapa ametoka mbali. Bwana, mnahitaji mtu wenyu. Sawa sawa. Huku kuna mambo mingi sana tafanya, na nikiona jamaa kaka yangu mkubwa damu yake bado joto, atakuwa anaenda anasimama kwa nje ya ofisi ya waziri anawaitishia kile ni chenyu. Vijana, huyu akiingia mimi tafuata yeye alete hub ya ICT hapa, vijana tuanze kufanya vitu zile hata mtengelee, si ndio? Na tufanye unafinya unapata kitu, si ndio? Nani? Na Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musoka. Tuko pamoja. Haya, asanteni sana, nimeshukuru.
Asante sana Senator. Mnataka kusikiza ground. Sasa nataka kuwakaribishia Deputy Party Leader wa chama cha kusikiza ground, chama cha DCP, Mheshimiwa.
Mimi nimewekwa katika mkono wa kiongozi wetu Kalonzo Musoka. Mnavyojua Kalonzo Musoka yeye alikuwa vice president wa nchi hii, na hapa mama anataka kuuza nini bana? Haya basi mwambie angoje kidogo. Mama, tutanunua ndizi yako, weka ndizi chini, tazinunua zote, si ndio? Tazinunua zote. Kama ndizi iko imeiva mnipatie kadzo, nimpatie akule ndizi, si ndio? Bas, mnajua vizuri sana huyu Kalonzo Musoka yeye ndio alikuwa vice president wa Kibaki, yule mzee Kibaki. Huyu Kalonzo ni mtu anayeheshimika Afrika nzima, ulimwengu nzima. Hata wakati unaona kuna vita kule Sudan, ni yeye anatumwa kutuliza anga kule Sudan wakati watu wanapigana. Huyu ni kiongozi wa tajriba ambaye iko juu kabisa, lakini yeye ameacha kazi yake, amesema akuja ashike mkono kijana wenyu Stanley Kenga. Mimi ningependa kuwaomba tafadhali muonyeshe heshima tarehe 27, msimwachilie kijana wenyu. Kama Kalonzo Musoka ameshika Stanley Kenga mkono, nyinyi mandugu zake na madada zake, tafadhali msimwaibishe. Nyinyi tumekubaliana mtapatia Stanley kura. Wangapi
That was Malala for you. Malala has been very vocal from Malava. I've not seen him in Mbere as such, but I've seen him in Kisa. I've seen him in Magarini now, talking vocally. He has been so much in Malava also. Now, one thing that is very funny with politics is that people have to be somehow radical and they have to be vocal. They have to speak so much because politics actually is about verbal ability to persuade people to listen to you. And I don't know now, the part that really doesn't excite me is when people begin to use abuses in whatever communication it is. whether it's a politician or a civilian. Because what I just prefer is that they talk about their manifesto, what they will do, and everything goes well. But most times in our politics, you will automatically get people abusing, pointing fingers and all that. I don't know whether it's a strategy to actually incite the voters. I've not known. But anyway, let's listen to Malala and see what he'll say about Maragarini, because he is there to actually support this Karis candidate against the old guy who actually was there long ago. And I know the former, the other candidate, I know he has been in Maragarini for quite long. And as they are saying, if he has not served, will he serve again? Now, for the young people, I hope they are not just speaking because he's young, but they understand what he can do. What we need in Kenya is actually leaders who will come to transform our society, to actually give us the results. We don't need verbal, just verbal promises. We are tired with that. People who give a lot of promises sometimes don't deliver, but we really hope that these people are going to be elected, and also looking into 2027 will do the delivery. So let's listen more to Malala.
Patia Stanley Kenga kura hapa. Na ningependa kuambia kwamba uchaguzi ambao unakuja tarehe 27 sio uchaguzi wa hapa Magarini peke yake. Ni uchaguzi wa Kenya nzima. Dunia nzima inawatazama. Kenya nzima inawatazama. Hapa inafaa mjue kwamba tunataka tupeleke huyu mtu anaitwa William Ruto nyumbani. Na ile ishara ya kuonyesha kwamba, mnajua wanasema dalili ya mvua ni mawingu. Mkitaka William Ruto ajue kwamba in 2027 anaenda nyumbani, ni lazima muangushe huyu mzee anaitwa Harrison Kombe. Kwa sababu Harrison Kombe yeye ndio candidate wa William Ruto.
Okay, so as you can see at the audience, what is happening in Kenya is that the by-elections have been turned into a kind of, we normally say opening the stage. You know, they are opening the stage for 2027. So politicians are actually camping in these places, using a lot of money to go to those places because they understand this is a prediction of what will happen in 2027. So they are investing a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of verbal and aspects to do this, because as you can see, Malala is revealing clearly that what will happen now is going to tell us what will happen in 2027. Now, they are using the aspect of one term, and actually now every candidate who vies in the position of Kenya Kwanza now has to suffer the fate of the president. You know, they always say stock characters. When it comes to literature, you have stock characters who suffer the punishment of the main character just because they are associated with the main character, maybe who is a villain. Everton Watson, welcome in the house. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate. And guys, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. I really urge you to do so. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. We only have 3 likes. Really? Like you don't like what you are doing? Please subscribe to the channel and also like the video. Thumbs up. All right. So Everton, Watson, Africa. I've seen a lot of flowers there. Thank you. Flower red, a rose flower. Then there is a pink flower. There is another flower, hibiscus flower. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the flowers, Watson. I appreciate. So actually, the reality about votes. And when I come here, I don't just come to show what people say, but I also give my thought into the story. Yeah, so Malala is actually revealing that the current by-election, people are going into... Hello? Everton has given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highs, and I say hi, 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 hi. All right, Everton. So, the reality is that in Kenyan politics, actually when you see people investing a lot, there is a hidden agenda. And of course, this is no longer a hidden agenda because Malala has told us that the by-election 2025 are a prediction of 2027. And for whatever intention they have one term is what they are pushing for. Now, they have been challenged by the government all the time to give their agenda, but they are not doing it. Why do you think they are not? Let me know from the comments also. What do you think? Why are they not giving? Do they think that it will be like revealing your secret weapon, or why are they quiet about it, or they don't have it?
Ukipatia Harrison Kombe kura, mtakuwa mnapigia huyu William Ruto kura. Lakini nafaa mjue, mkipatia Stanley Kenga kura, mtakuwa mnapeleka William Ruto nyumbani. Sasa mimi nataka nijue, wangapi wako tayari kupeleka William Ruto nyumbani jameni? Mko tayari? Yeye ni one term. Nataka nikisema harambe mnasema one term. Harambe! Harambe! Mimi niko na uhakika leo hii mkipatia huyu Kenga kura, William Ruto mwenyewe ataanza kufunga virago aende nyumbani bila kungoja, si ndio? Jambo la pili, vile mheshimiwa Mbui amesema hapa kwamba hamwezi kuwa na kiongozi miaka 15, bado hamna maji safi, bado hamna stima, bado barabara yenu ni mbaya, alafu tena huyo kiongozi anakuja hapa anawaambia tena mumpigie kura. Hiyo itakuwa ishara kwamba anawadharau. Naambiwa hapa vijana wamepotelea kwa madawa ya kulevya kwa sababu hawana ajira. Hawana ajira. Na ni kwa sababu kiongozi wenyu mwenyewe aamini kwa kuajiri vijana. Naambiwa ati anajiendesha gari mwenyewe bana. Hata hawezi andika dereva wake. Na mnajua kwa bunge inampatia mshahara ya dereva, mshahara ya security wake, mshahara ya wamama 5 wawe wakiwa kitembea na yeye. Bunge inampatia mshahara ya 5 women 5. Na jamaa anachukua mshahara hiyo yote, anakula, anaamua atembee mwenyewe akijitembeza. Hata bibi ako tuna bibi mmoja. Sasa hata hiyo pesa ni mmoja anakula. Ana 5 10. Na anawafanyia nini hao wote 10? Hafanyi chochote. Ati mimi nasikia huyu mzee Kobe ama Kombe. Huyu mzee Kobe ati yako na mabibi 10. Lakini kazi yake ni kushika tu, ikishaiva na acha. Hafanyi lolote. Mimi nataka muamini kijana huyu Stanley. Na wacha niwaambie, mimi nilichaguliwa kama niko na umri wa miaka 24 nikienda kwa bunge. Huyu Stanley ni kiongozi kijana. Mumuamini. Jamii kule nje zinachagua vijana. Ukiangalia jamii ya Wajaluo imechagua vijana kama kina Babu Owino. Jamii ya Waluya kule imechagua viongozi kama kina Malala, wakina Edwin Sifu. Jamii ya Mlima Kenya mumeona imechagua GENZ kama wakina Gasheri. Jameni, mimi nawaomba tafadhali.
Kwa hivyo hatuna mengi ya kuongeza. Hello, tumekuja.
Yeah. So of course Malala Malala is very one radical person that is speaking a lot of late in parliament, or not in parliament actually, but on the streets. Let's say on the streets, because he's there campaigning. He's currently out of government. And in past he used to be so much in Kenya Kwanza before he was thrown out. Okay? So we are seeing that he's really campaigning for the united opposition. He has been on the forefront even when Gachagua was actually outside Kenya. When he was coming back, he received him from the airport. Is this for selfish intentions? That is my question. I always ask questions, I don't favor. I just ask questions. I want you to maybe drop a comment. What do you think? Is he actually there to initiate change that is necessary in Kenya, or is he doing it for selfish purposes so that he goes back to, if the opposition wins, he goes back to the government? Anyway, let's now check on what Colono Musoka said, because Colono Musoka is actually there also to sell his party, Wiper, at the same time to talk about himself as a presidential candidate, even though he's not saying it openly. We know that all these people from Natembea to Matiang'i to Omutata to Eugene Wamalwa to Kalonzo Musoka to Gachagua, all of them are actually fighting for the small space that is not able to accommodate all of them. So when they go to places, they want to show that, legacy, umahiri wao. Wanataka waonyesha umahiri wao wakienda mahali popote. So let's check on what Kalonzo Musoka said, then we'll be coming back to the Gen Z who actually endorsed him.
Haki ya watu wa Ngongoni na Magarini, achana naye basi. Teremsha. Basi. Imeteremka, imepeleka habari direct. Unajua teknolojia inakuwa safi kabisa. Yaani tukiwa hapa chini ya tumeongea na Kenya na dunia nzima, akiwemo Kasongo. Kwa hivyo basi, huyu bwana kijana yetu huyu, mulimsikia akiongea. Huyo ni shujaa. Yaani usije ukamdharau kwa sababu tumbo sio kubwa. Ile akili iko hapa ni nyingi sana. Yeye amewahi kuhudumu kama diwani, akahudumu kama MCA, na alinijulisha kwamba alipokuwa kama akihudumu kule alikuwa pia deputy speaker, correct? Deputy speaker. Yaani huyu bwana alikuwa naibu wa speaker na speaker wa bunge wa Kilifi County. Nataka nimhakikishieni, kwa sababu kuna wengine anasema hafai, ana uzoefu, haelewi. Niwaelezee kwamba, na pengine Robert Mbowe na wenzako mniambie, sheria za National Assembly ambako bwana tunataka tumtume, na sheria ikiwa ni standing orders, unasikia bwana speaker akisema order. Alikuwa anasema order. Huyu ataelewa na sheria za bunge ya taifa. Kwa hivyo huyu anazoefu, tumpigie makofi. Ya pili ni kuambia, muda umeenda mno. Imesalia mwaka 1.5. Nataka niwajulisheni sehemu ambazo zinafanya uchaguzi sasa hivi wiki ijayo. Ni sehemu 23 zikiwepo eneo wakilishi wa bunge 5. Kwa hivyo nyinyi ni moja wao, na nyinyi mna sababu kubwa, kwa sababu yeye sio aliibiwa kura. Ni nyinyi, wangapi naamini ni nyinyi mliibiwa kura yenu, sio yeye. Si ni kweli? Leo kununuliwa na pesa. Hata ingawaji huyu Malala amesema nyinyi badala amebeba mbuzi yake, na nyinyi hapa nyinyi mnalima, mnakuza sana chumvi, Kenya salt. Lakini hebu mfikirieni, kungekuwa na kampuni nyingi zaidi kama KENSO Kenya hii, hao vijana ambao hana ajira wengine wangepata kazi. Sijui kama mnaelewa, mwaka jana peke yake kampuni zaidi ya 6,000 zilihamisha makao yao kutoka Kenya wakapeleka Tanzania, wengine wakapeleka Uganda. Hiyo ni kumaanisha hizo nafasi za kazi zimehama, na sababu moja ni ushuru usiojulikana kila kuchao. Bill ni wizi. Kampuni ikitaka kuwekeza hapa kuleta madola yake na British pounds na zingine. Timu ya Ruto anasema kabla tukupe leseni uanzishe kampuni hapa Nairobi, kwanza toa 10%. Yaani huu ni wizi ambao.
Alright, so Kalonzo Musoka talk about the weight of the candidate, then he started again to attack the current government, showing how it has failed. Now, this is where I now draw the line most times, because most of our leaders are not telling us what they have to do. They are just telling us what the other government has not done. So what are they planning to do? I would actually wish that they come out very clearly and begin telling us what they plan to do. Anyway, let's come to the Gen Z endorsing Kalonzo Musoka here.
Sinivo, hakuna katikati. Hizo zingine mnasikia hapo katikati na leaderless. Lakini tunapoelekea tulisema sisi ni faceless, tribeless na leaderless. Lakini tunapoelekea 2027 mambo ni mawili peke yake, ni ama Kasongo ama the United Opposition. Si ni hivyo? Hakuna katikati. Hizo zingine mnasikia hapo katikati ni watu wanataka kuletwa na state agencies kuja kutuvuruga sisi tusielewe kule ambako tunafaa kuelekea. Sisi kama GENZ tulikuwa leaderless 2024. Sasa hivi mambo ni mawili, ama hapa kwa United Opposition ama kule kwa Kasongo ambako hata kwa dawa haturudi huko. Mtarudi huko hata kwa dawa, hata wakituroga sisi hatuendi huko. Na hapa kwa nikisema United Opposition, huyu Kalonzo Musoka alikuwa vice president, amehudumu katika wizara mingi ya ugeni, elimu, yote, hata kwa redio. Wale wazee wa 19 hapa wako, mshawahi sikia mali yote Kalonzo ameiba ardhi ya mtu? Mshawahi? Endapo the United Opposition itamleta huyu Kalonzo Musoka, sisi GENZ tutasimama hapo.
All right, guys. Now, this is not the first time for someone to actually declare that Kalonzo Musoka has not participated in theft. I don't know how true this is. Maybe those people who dig for scandals can dig out and show us if there is otherwise. But this is not the first time I'm actually hearing that Kalonzo Musoka does not have any pending case in court. It is not the first time I'm hearing that Kalonzo Musoka is clean. He may have other human errors or mistakes. But how I wish actually that out of all those candidates, they pick on him, because I don't see how they can bring Gachagua to be the opposition candidate when the other him, even if there were some red flags on the side of the governors or senators. There is the other story. When it comes to aspects to do with the real leadership and performance, I'm not so sure, because I've been in Ukambani. Of course, Ukambani has tried to do some things, not really to the standard, but it has tried. But I don't know Kalonzo Musoka himself how much he has performed. Maybe that is something that he has to come out and tell us what he has done. An interview or something like that. But you can see from the focus of the GENZs, they are actually standing with the Kalonzo Musoka. And someone was so much annoyed here when we began. I think it was Kosgei or someone. I don't know where he went. Julius Kosgei. You know, these are the people who are eating cakes in Kenya as we eat sweet potatoes. They are getting jobs in Canada as we stick in very poor jobs in Kenya. So he was quite annoyed when he came to my platform and found the title. But I'm sorry to tell you that, my brother, it's not about you or another person from wherever. It's about the nation. You know, when we are analyzing things to do with what leaders have done, even my own constituency, if a leader has not done, they have not done. That is how I look at things. I've lived in this Kenya in so many places. So when I look at leadership, I don't even look at leadership in terms of who is who, but I look at what they have done. If they have done their best, then they deserve it. If they have not, they don't deserve it. So when you look at the GENZs, actually they are supportive of Kalonzo Musoka. Why lie? So this is what this guy continued saying of network connection. Anyway, let's try and see whether we can finish here.
Juzi nikiangalia TV, huyo mbunge wa Kathiani walikuwa wanafanya TV, huyo mbunge wa huwezi mfananisha Songo. Juzi nikiangalia TV, huyo mbunge wa Kathiani walikuwa wanafanya privatization bill. Akasema hakukuwa na quorum pale, hiyo bunge halikufaa kuendelea, si hivyo? Aliposema hivyo kwa sababu hiyo bunge imekaliwa, amekalia zile idara ambazo zinafaa independent institutions zote amekalia, lile bunge limetekwa nyara. Lile bunge limetekwa nyara. Ndio maana tunawaambia sasa, wacheni tulete mtu kama Standi ambaye amesoma. Hata sisi wa Pwani tunataka mtu amesoma. Tunataka mtu ambaye akienda pale anaelewa kile kilichomleta bungeni, si hivyo? Kwa hivyo, kwa sababu ya mashamba zetu, kwa sababu ya mikorosho na zile vitu zetu za Wapwani na hapa Magarini, huyu jamaa atawaokoa.
All right. So those were the politics of Maragarini. I don't know what you think about this, but I think I really believe that we are waiting. We are waiting to see what will happen in Maragarini, and then at the end of the day, we'll have to know whether ni mbivu ama mbichi. Wanasema kwa siasa unaweza sikiza udanganyifu wote, unaweza pata watu wanakusapoti, unaweza pata watu wanakuita mheshimiwa, lakini siku ya mwisho ndipo utajua kama miti itateleza ama haitateleza. So it's not about what people say. In politics, it's about the final go, you know. And also we have a lot of mathematics when it comes to voting. So we don't know if all these people are standing there, because I can even see very young kids right there. Huwezi jua kama kweli wamejiandikisha kupiga kura ama ni mdomo tupu. Huwezi jua kama ni sifa za kusifu ndio pesa itoke ama ni nini. You can never tell. But now looking at Maragarini again and the endorsement of this guy Karish, then we actually see that both the opposition and the government are working night and day to ensure that they achieve their goal. Is it our goal also? You know, as voters, we need to ask ourselves that all the time. Is their goal our goal? Are they working towards to improve our situation or their situation? Is the main motive behind whatever they are doing selfish driven or selfless? So actually, as we continue to actually listen to them and watch them, that's why I bring this discussion, so that we understand whether these aspects are ill, they have ill motive, or they have a sober, healthy motive for us, you know. That's what actually voters should start to do. Before we go for elections, we must always check and see, is the candidate before us actually having a self-driven motive or people-driven motive? Do they have an ill motive, or they have a healthy motive for us? Can they actually lead to our progressive agenda or retrogressive agenda? So it's all about that. We have to keep analyzing every day, every moment, every minute, even if some people will not be happy. But it is what it is, because this currently is a generation where we are informed, we are educated, we are actually, we know what politics is. It's not like old times where people could just blindly go to vote because their community has told them or advised them to vote for so and so. It's a community where now we understand what we need for us to become better. So as far as we may get people coming to abuse us, I'm so happy that out of the many people who chatted, only one person was pissed off, and I think he left because he realized that this is not his space, and he just left. But the rest of them were here up to the end, and I really appreciate. Thank you so much for showing up on my channel. Continue supporting me, especially videos. Please watch my videos, because actually to enhance my ability to be here all the time, I would urge you to continue watching my videos without necessarily being live streams. Live streams, it's okay, you can support and subscribe, but you can as well watch my videos. Bye bye for now. Let's meet later in another video. In fact, I will not take a rest. I'll just go straight away to a social reaction.